Hi, and a warm welcome to Contemporary Pilates with a dash of Slings Myofascial Training. My name is Karin. I've prepared a short sequence for you. It's comprising 4 exercises that do all sorts of wonderful things for the body. However, we will be focusing on releasing and strengthening the back, as well as providing the body with a lot of lift, effortless lift that is. So doing the sequence once hopefully does you good. So it creates something positive in the body, no doubt. However, for the long-lasting benefits, of course, it needs regularity. So I do recommend to do the sequence at least twice a week for a month to see how your body responds and what positive change has manifested in your body. So if you would like to join me now, have a mat and some props if you like. I'm using a yoga block to place my hand on in one of the kneeling exercises. You don't need a yoga block, you can also use a book. I will be using a ball to sit on in one of the exercises. If you have no ball, you can just use a couple of pillows. And right now I'm kneeling on a towel. So if you feel you would like to support your ankles or cushion your knees when in a kneeling position, have a towel ready as well. We'll be starting the exercise sequence with one of my favorites, the standing roll down. So place your feet on the mat in the last third, hip distance and parallel. Center the pelvis and elongate the spine. Now here's one key point for the roll down. We are aiming to actively lengthen and strengthen the spine extensor muscles. So if you feel there's too much stretch in the back of the legs or you start to feel tension in the back of your neck, just bend the knees. Roll down can be done with the knees bent or extended, it doesn't really matter. The key is to feel your spine moving, stretching and strengthening. So standing in this upright position, if you like imagery, imagine you're standing against the wall. Your spine is elongated, its natural curves maintained. Inhale, lengthen from the top of your head, and with your exhalation, engage your pelvic floor, deep abdominals. Maintain the engagement with the inhalation, and then the next time you exhale, initiate the roll down movement by tilting your head forwards. It's like a nodding. Inhale into the space underneath your skull. And with your next exhalation, start to peel the first few vertebrae away from the imaginary wall. Breathe into your upper back. And then with your next exhalation, engage your abdominals more strongly. Pelvic floor stays engaged. Keep rolling down. And inhale into your mid and upper back. Your next exhalation is rolling you further down. So you keep lifting from your abdominals, opening your back. Inhale into your mid and lower back. And the next exhalation, rolling further down until your fingertips are above the floor. Let the breath flow, hold the position. So the fingertips can be close to the floor, further away, it doesn't really matter. As I said before, the knees can be extended or bent, whatever suits your body. Now your pelvic floor is fully engaged. You're drawing back from your abdominals. You're strengthening all the layers from deep to superficial, and you're actively releasing the muscles in your lower back. With your next exhalation, start to roll up. Let the breath flow, let the movement flow. Center the pelvis first, and then let your spine follow. One vertebra at a time, elongating the body until the back of your head is touching that imaginary wall again. Lift and lengthen from the crown of your head. And with your exhalation, start to roll down. 4 breaths. Breathe into the open area of your back. And with your exhalation, focus on the strength in your pelvic floor abdominals and peeling one vertebra after the other away from your imaginary wall. Exhalation is important, focusing on strength. Inhalation is equally important, bringing energy into the body. Keep rolling down to the lowest point with your 4th breath. Inhale at the lowest point, let your head hang.
And with your exhalation, initiate the rolling up movement. Once again, let the breath flow, let the movement flow, elongating the spine. Feel the shoulders broadening, and then balance your head on top of the spine. Inhale one more time. Exhalation, nodding first. Inhaling into the open part of your back. And with your exhalation, roll down once again. 3 more breaths. So you are lengthening and strengthening the spine extensor muscles as you are rolling down. On your way up, of course, you have also been strengthening your spine extensors, and your abdominals are supporting the strength and also the active lengthening of your back muscles. So at the lowest point, let the breath flow, bend the knees. We are moving into a transition, another exercise, fold forward. It's called leg stretch. So let go of your pelvic floor, your abdominals, completely relax. And with your next exhalation, extend your legs to your maximum. The legs never need to be extended fully. Inhalation, bend the knees. Let the base of your spine, your tailbone, lengthen to the floor. Extend with your exhalation one more time. Inhalation, bend. And extend. Keep the legs extended to whatever degree suits you, and then walk your hands away from the feet into an inverted V position. So we want a good distance between the hands and the feet to be able to center the pelvis and elongate the spine. You can also bend the knees slightly, maybe that gives you a bit more length in your spine. See how you go. The heels can touch the floor, that's great, but they certainly don't have to. Now with your hands, spread them and press away from the feet, keeping the hands very, very steady on the mat, but you press away, engage the back of your upper arms, back of the shoulders, and let the energy move up from the outside of the hand, along the arms, the back of the shoulders, along the spine, all the way up to the base of the spine, the tailbone. Now from here, step your right foot forward, lower the left knee down onto the floor, relax the top of the left foot, and curl up into a 90-90 kneeling position. So from a centered position in 90-90 kneeling, pelvic floor and abdominals engage one more time, lift from your pubic bone. You can also engage your gluteal muscles, though keep it a bit gentle. So if 10 is your maximum engagement, might be a 4. Press the front foot down into the floor, that's engaging the hamstrings, and then if you like, draw it back towards you without moving it. It gives you a bit more stretch on the left side of the hip, so actively stretching the hip flexors. Now, if the pulling back of the foot is irritating the joints in the back of the pelvis, don't pull back, just press down. Arms out to the side. Inhalation into the side bend. And with your exhalation, arm float. Inhalation, lowering down. Exhalation, arm float up. Arm float is adding a little bit more load when you lift your arm, so it is just an option. Holding the side bend position is perfectly fine, and you don't need to do anything but that. Pelvic floor abdominals are engaged. Oblique abdominals are getting stronger in a lengthened position, and you're also lengthening and strengthening deep back muscles as well as the muscles between the ribs. So, centering the body from here, relax your pelvic floor, your abdominals a little bit, and then sit halfway back. Place your left hand on the floor or on the prop, your book or your yoga block, if you have one, and then side bend to the left. So opening the right side of the body, and then we add a spiral. So you're spiraling down first, the fingertips of the right hand reaching down towards the left hand, the rib cage is spiraling, and the thoracic spine, your mid-upper back is spiraling. And then the same upwards, lifting the front of your chest up towards the ceiling, spiraling down, lifting the pubic bone up at the same time, and then spiraling upwards, the rib cage and the mid-upper back, and one more time spiraling down.
And then you can center your upper body, place your hands to the right and the left of the front foot, shift the weight forwards, curl your toes under, back foot, and then step with your right foot back into an inverted V. Inverted V, we use it as a transition up, but it's a really lovely exercise to nourish the stretched hip flexors. So with the side bend, you have been actively stretching the hip flexors on the left side, and now they're soft and nourished in an inverted V position. From here, step your left foot forward, right knee down onto the floor, and then roll up. 90-90 kneeling. Once again, centering the pelvis, pelvic floor, abdominals engaged, the spine is elongated. If you like, add a little bit of strength from your gluteal muscles. Keep it low, keep it at the 4. Press your front foot down, and as an option, draw it back a little bit, more active lengthening for the hip flexors on the right side. And then side bend. Exhalation, arm float, exactly the same. Inhalation, lowering down. And again, with your exhalation, you can lift the arm back up. So we keep doing that 4 more times. Strengthening and lengthening the muscles on the right side of the body, maintaining a really long side bend. Breathing very, very deep into the right side of the rib cage. So energizing the body as you're getting longer and stronger. From here, lifting up, softening the right side, sitting a little bit back, lengthening the left side, so the pelvis centers above the knee, the left ear is lifting up to the ceiling, and then we bring in the mobility and the glide between the different layers of muscles and fascia. So lifting up, spiraling, opening the front of the shoulder and the chest, spiraling down, mobilizing the ribs, the spine, and improving glide and flexibility in the back of the shoulder, and of course the upper back. One more time, and then spiraling down. Center your body. Place your hands on the floor again, right and left of the left foot. Curl the toes of the right foot under, step back left, inverted V, giving the body back a really lovely sense of balance with the inverted V. And then bend the knees, relax the top of the feet, sit back. Reverse rest, curling up into a low kneeling position. The bowl or the pillows, whatever you have handy, fold forward, place the prop or the pillows underneath your bottom, and then start sitting on the bowl or your pillows, and just bounce a few times up and down. Certainly easier with a bowl. Now that would be a good moment to support your ankles if they need a little bit of support. And from here we'll be moving into a back strengthening exercise, bringing some stability and centeredness back into the body. So upright position, the spine is centered in its natural alignment, the pelvis is centered. Fold forwards from the hips. So the pelvis stays centered, the spine stays centered. And then you're lifting your bottom away from the prop as much as you like. Take your hands to the front of the body, it's an option. Fingertips close without touching, and then exhale, extend your arms out to the side. Inhalation, bend your elbows. You're reaching out with your fingertips as you extend your arms, and you reach out with your elbows as you bend your elbows. Once again, the arms are an option. You don't have to move your arms. You can then take them alongside your body. That's perfectly fine. You're still strengthening all the muscles along the spine. Having the arms out to the side and then adding the arm movement is just giving the back of the shoulders, upper arms, triceps, all the way to the wrist and the fingers a bit more strength. One more time. And then keep your elbows bent.
Sit back towards your prop, reach away, curl your tailbone under, lift your pubic bone up, and then center your spine. Place your hands in front of the pelvis if you like, releasing the strengthened spine extensor muscles. Exhale, draw inwards, upwards with your abdominals, roll back, and then inhale, lift. So one more time, rolling back, drawing up from the pubic bone, back from your lower belly, releasing the spine extensors, and then lengthening the back. Fold forwards. Take the ball or the pillows away from underneath your bottom. Take a seat, and I hope you feel as good as I do. And from here onward, happy practice.